Welcome to Peak Oil News for June 3rd, 2022. WTI broke $120 per barrel today. Jesus. This information comes as the Energy Information Agency announced that U.S. oil inventories saw another draw this week, down 5.1 million barrels. This puts inventories 15% below their 5-year average, and we are just starting the summer squeeze. This is likely one of the reasons JP Morgan Chase is predicting gas to hit $6.20 per gallon in August. Price pressure has gotten so intense that the Biden administration has decided to capitulate on its plans to make the Saudi Arabian regime a pariah, as they had promised during the campaign.
Not punish senior Saudi leaders, would you?
Yes, and I said it at the time. Khashoggi was in fact murdered and dismembered, and I believe in the order of the Crown Prince. And I would make it very clear, we were not going to in fact sell more weapons to them. We were going to in fact make them pay the price and make them in fact the pariah that they are.
The Biden administration has instead agreed to travel to Saudi Arabia and likely meet with the Crown Prince in order to amend the relationship and sweet-talk the Saudi government to increase production. This also comes in the wake of OPEC Plus agreeing to increase its production quotas a few days ago to 650,000 barrels. A lot of fuss has been made about this in the American mainstream media, but I'm not sure it is much to get excited about, as OPEC Plus hasn't been able to meet the 420,000 barrel quota increase for the last few months. So how are they going to meet a 650,000 barrel quota? And judging by crude oil's price jump, the market has the same questions. We will see. The meeting is slated to occur in the next few weeks. Saudi Arabia is likely enjoying its role, however, not as pariah, but as princess, as they have enjoyed diplomatic courtships from Russia, China, and now the United States. Russia expects to see oil profits jump by $6.37 billion in June because of increasing petroleum prices since the start of the war and the ensuing embargo, according to the Russian Finance Ministry. While Russian oil exports have dropped over the last month, there have still been buyers in Asia, and more importantly, Russia is still providing lots of natural gas to Europe, and the increased prices of the fuel are a windfall. Europe is still working out the details on its plans to ban Russian oil from its markets, at least to ban Russian oil delivered by sea. The plan is currently to continue to allow for sales of Russian oil over land via pipeline in order to accommodate Hungary. One has to wonder how long it will take for there to be a second-hand market for Russian gas in this circumstance. If you poke a bunch of holes in your strategy, it will leak water like a sieve. I'd also encourage you all to check out my video on cotton diplomacy versus oil diplomacy, where I more or less predict that this kind of circumstance is going to arrive. All right, more forecasts for power outages. The Energy Information Agency announced that it is concerned that the Midwest might see power outages this summer as MISO, the Mid-Continent Independent System Operator, was facing tight margins between supply of power and consumer demand. The reliability risk has increased because of drought-like conditions plaguing the central part of the continent, which has lowered water tables and therefore potentially reduced the capacity of existing hydropower and thermal power units that depend on rivers for cooling. They are also concerned that increased pressure on solar could lead to unexpected tripping of the solar photovoltaic resources during grid disturbances. As we have reported in the past, these types of concerns are echoed throughout other grid operators as well, particularly those in California and in Texas. These will be exacerbated if the summer is warmer than typical, and according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the chances of that are clearly elevated. And it isn't just the heat that is setting up to take its toll. NOAA is also predicting a busier than normal hurricane season, and hurricanes are known to take oil platforms and oil refineries offline. Get ready, folks.